Totoro, my fellow Skibbity Sigmas. Welcome to another episode of Pokéyap, presented by the Tokyo Podfathers podcast. Although I think if this is going to be the first one uploaded to streaming and MP3 and all that, this is a series we've been doing since like the summer, where us, myself, and the good Dr. Whoops, we have rated every single Pokemon in all existence. That was the original intended purpose for this episode. But now, of course, we have a new Pokemon game to talk about, to yap about, as it be. So, that's what we're going to do today. We are going to give our thoughts, our extensive thoughts and review on Pokémon Legends Z-A, or Z-A, as I like to call it.
We're gonna grill the fuck out of this game.
Yeah, and here's the thing.
Totally.
I declare ourselves to be the official authority of this game, especially myself, because I am literally Mozilla Fennekin because of Pokemon X and Y. And so, Legend Z-A being a sequel to Pokemon X and Y means that I care about this game more than everybody else, and therefore I am correct about this game more than everybody else. Do not look up any other opinions of this game. Do not watch any other YouTube video. Do not look up any tweets about this game. They are all incorrect and factually wrong. Just listen to us. We are the objective authority. I normally wouldn't do this. I normally would encourage you to have an open mind and seek out other opinions and other voices, but the other voices have been saying stupid shit, so fuck those guys.
It needs to be done. We need to establish some ground rules here.
Yes. We need to set the record straight. So, first things first, how do you feel about the game, Mr. Whoops? Or Doctor?
I was apprehensive about it because of some issues I had with Legends Arceus, which was very grindy. But honestly, this has been a very entertaining, comfortable, and charming game for me.
I should also say you did beat the game, right?
Yes,
okay,
I've beaten the game.
I'm glad, because I didn't actually confirm that before I sent you the video of
the end definitely.
Of the game that you cameoed in accidentally. We're gonna try not to spoil we'll get into end game spoilers and the new megas and all of that. I'm sure at some point.
It's hard not to.
Yeah. So you like the game?
Yes, I would say it's probably my favorite non-mainline Pokemon game. I can't think of a different Pokemon game outside of the mainline ones that I might like more. And even comparing it to most mainline Pokemon games, I think it's like probably top 5 general Pokemon games, I'd say.
Wow. So how does it feel being the sole person responsible for the Pokemon never having good games ever again? How do you feel about the fact that you are enabling lazy Game Freak slop?
My God, I never knew that was what I was doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, those flat building textures sure do matter more than anything else in this game.
Yeah.
If Twitter is to be believed.
How dare they have shitty windows in this game? I posted my, general thought on the game, and literally just some reply guy who just, I guess, spends their time just looking for posts to be mad about on Twitter, told me that I'm the reason why Pokemon is never going to have a good game, because I declared Legends Z-A to be my favorite Pokemon game of all time.
Oh, how dare you.
Yeah, I know. Just awful. But, like I said, I'm the most correct about this because X and Y are really important games to me. So, I am coming at this with some bias, at least, because literally all I have wanted from the franchise at this point, for the last 12 years, is to go back to X and Y, because there is so much left on the table from these games. It is, for a long time, it was kind of copium that we believed that X and Y weren't the games that they were supposed to be. I mean, it was really obvious based on how much they shoehorned into Sun and Moon. But now, over the last couple of years, we have gotten a lot of insider information, a lot of leaks, specifically, that have literally confirmed that, yes, X and Y had very troubled development. There is a lot of stuff that they cut out of the game, or stuff that they planned on doing with the game that just never happened. Like, South Kalos was kind of a meme in the community. It was like a big copium thing, like, oh, the clouds in the map, it obscures another part of the region. Alola is going to be South Kalos and whatever. And it's like, yeah, that never happened until we actually saw that, no, that actually was going to be a thing at some point.
Yeah, X and Y always felt like, also in terms of like story and lore and just world in general, like there was always supposed to be more.
Yeah.
Or there's enough richness there that you feel like there should have been more done with it, and it does make sense knowing that that literally there was supposed to be more. It's not just a feeling.
I mean, like, yeah, the biggest like mystery within the Pokemon franchise to this point was the Eternal Flower Floette, because that is a like, it's not just a thing that's in X and Y as like a model. That is a programmable Pokemon that is in the game's files, and it's not just a Floette with a reskin. It had completely different stats. It had the Light of Ruin attack. It had all this, like, it couldn't evolve into Florges. That was a big question mark. Why can't it evolve into Florges? What's going on there? Just so many things that were like supposed to be in X and Y that we found that just never ended up happening. Or at best, some of it got shoehorned into Sun and Moon. Like Zygarde, 1,000 Waves and 1,000 Arrows were moves in X and Y, and never happened. But they got into Sun and Moon for whatever reason, I guess, to, you know, give closure to that. But I
mean,
yeah,
even Zygarde in general just was kind of a weird anomaly in that game, where he didn't really have much of a place or sense of purpose.
Yeah,
it's like one of those tacked on legendaries, but he's also supposed to be like one of the main three.
Yeah, like, obviously it was expected, like a Pokemon Z was expected at some point, and they did do stuff for the anime, I guess. I didn't watch it. I only saw the first 60 when Fennec had evolved in the X and Y anime. I'm like, I'm not watching this shit anymore. I'm done. So, although I did watch Greninja lose, which was very, very funny. I'm a big Greninja hater, by the way. Yeah, fuck that guy. But, yeah, so, back to the original point. Like, obviously, I am going to be really enthusiastic about whatever they do with X and Y, with the Kalos region, etc., etc. It just means a lot to me in particular, and I really feel like this game was kind of a love letter to X and Y. Like, we finally got explanation on a lot of the things that were not well developed in X and Y. We finally got closure on some of those things. Like, we now have the Eternal Flower Floette after 12 years, and we know what's going on with it and all this other stuff. So, obviously, like, I'm not going to expect a lot of other people to be as openly enthusiastic about this game as I am, but still, this game does have a lot of things that I would just want from Pokemon in general. Like, honestly, at this point, this is kind of like the ideal Pokemon game. Like, fuck the main series at this point. Just make more of this. I want Pokemon to be this moving forward.
I'm not sure if I agree with that, but I think there's a lot here to take from this game that could vastly improve the experience of the regular format of games.
Sure.
Maybe not the battle system. I think the battle system is a nice change of pace, but you're not gonna.
They're never gonna. Yeah, they're never gonna like drop. They're not gonna drop the original turn-based system or anything like that.
Yeah, but things like the way like the wild areas work, or just in general wild encounters, I feel like this kind of has the best version of the open world type thing compared to games like Sword and Shield or Scarlet and Violet. And I also like the switch up that it's not like city to city open world road exploration, but it's all within a city. I think that's interesting.
Yeah.
And I think elements of that could definitely play a role in future games for sure. Like, in terms of world and making the world feel lived in and alive, I think this does a phenomenal job, honestly.
And
it's really nice.
That's basically what I really like so much about this game, and why I do say that this is kind of the ideal Pokemon game. Because personally, I get into Pokemon for its worlds, for its regions. I like how I can immerse myself into these places, And so, actually exploring a large area that feels busy, that feels lived in, that actually has kind of heart and detail put into it. Like, it's not just large by volume. In fact, it's not even really that big of an open world. This game,
No.
it's just layered, and it's got a lot of stuff in it for a change, as opposed to like the big empty fields of Legends Arceus or whatever. So yeah, like the fact that this actually feels like a place, it's just, yeah, that's just really what I like about this game in particular. Like, I was kind of blown away by just, I don't know, how much you can find in Lumiose City.
Yeah, and visually there's not that much to distinguish like one quarter of the map from another. It's all kind of just buildings, which I guess
Yeah.
is not unlike Paris in general, which it's supposed to represent. But yeah, but sort of between the lines, just the different side quests you run into, or the slightly different wild areas and the Pokemon they contain, do sort of give it a sense of place where it might not be immediately apparent,
Yeah, it's funny
which is
that
nice.
you bring up the way it looks, because I will say, like, there are complaints about this game that are valid. Um, I let's get into graphics, because that's always the big thing that people argue about.
Yeah.
Like, the game's like Pokemon, lazy Game Freak, highest grossing franchise, but looks like a single A game in 1994 or whatever. So I specifically say that ZA looks fine. And when I say
Yes.
fine, I mean it looks passable. I don't need to say that it looks like the best game ever, and it, like, there obviously is room for improvement, but at least on a surface level, like, it looks fine. You can take screen caps of this game and share them around and not feel embarrassed for playing the game, basically.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's like games like Scarlet and Violet or in parts Legends Arceus looked like it hadn't properly rendered yet. Like you were sending a
Yes.
screenshot while the game was still rendering. It doesn't look like that. It just looks, if you look like slightly more into the details, it looks a bit flat in terms of like the windows and the balconies.
Yeah.
And the textures are maybe a little underdefined. But I mean, like in a general sense, while playing the game, I didn't find it particularly distracting like it was in Scarlet and Violet or Legends Arceus.
Yeah, like, we have to remember just how low the bar really is for graphics in Pokemon games at this point. Scarlet and Violet did not have anti-aliasing. Like, you would look at your character, you would look at your character's hair, and it would be all rough and fucked up, like it was a really shitty looking JPEG. Legends Arceus, if you go into a cave or whatever, or some kind of dark area, there are like dots around your character, like they're a PNG that wasn't properly cut out. Like, I don't even know how that is a thing. How do you mess that up in 2020? Like, it's actually embarrassing how bad it got at points. This game runs smoothly and it looks fine. It also doesn't almost crash your fucking system when you run under a tree,
Yeah.
like in Legends Arceus. So yeah, you know what? I don't mean to glaze, but sure, like 5 out of 10 graphics from a Pokemon game at this point is like a huge
Yeah.
accomplishment. It feels like I'm sorry, yes, it's the highest grossing franchise and whatever. Nobody is going to this series is not going to suddenly overhaul its entire graphical engine and turn out fucking Horizon Forbidden West graphics in 3 years or something. That's just not happening. Like, maybe they'll get to that point eventually. That'd be cool, but you know,
I mean,
baby steps. Progress needs to be made first.
in essence, it's still kind of a handheld console, or at least a handheld compatible console.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to cut corners somewhere, and I guess they favored performance over graphics a bit more this time around.
Yeah, the game runs
Uh,
smoothly for the first time. Like, when was the last time a Pokemon game actually ran properly? Because like even original X and Y in 2013, like none of the 3DS games ever felt like they were fully optimized for their systems.
yeah, or they were like painstakingly slow, like trying to hide it between the lines that it's loading stuff, uh, or like having very small areas just because it can't really process more than that.
Oh, I will say
Yeah,
this
this
this game still does have some loading screens, which was a little bit annoying. Some
Yeah,
transitions and
a
all.
few. That's true. But running through the overworld in general, you don't encounter them. It's mostly just
Yeah.
while entering specific like indoor places and
Oh,
stuff.
and there is some popping. Yes, there's some. I'm sorry if that breaks the game for you. It's not really that big of a deal to me, but whatever. Everybody's different. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But
It's
yeah,
just like I just see so much shit about these games. Like
yeah. I
like
mean,
shit that's literally infactual. Like there was a controversy about like someone found a model of Lumiose City, a 3D model, and then just said that the entirety of the overworld of Lumiose City is just this one model. That the entire city is one fucking model. It was the model that's in the museum. The fucking miniature hologram. That is what they thought was the actual city. This is like this is where discourse is at in 2025. It's just
yeah.
people saying shit.
I mean, in general, I feel like there's such a weird hyperfixation on graphics, as if that's the only thing. Just in general, as far as video game discourse goes, that's the only thing we can talk about, or the only like identifiable aspect we can isolate to conclude whether something is good or bad. And Pokemon is at the worst fucking receiving end of that, and I guess kind of deserved in some games, but here it does feel way overblown.
Yeah.
At least to my experience, and I think to the experience of most people that aren't like Twitter ragers.
Yeah, Twitter.
It's gonna be like a minor detractor at worst, and like a non-factor at best.
Yeah. The
It's
most
like,
important thing is that the actual characters and the Pokemon look good in this game.
yeah, yeah, like the overworld models are nice. I think they are completely redone for the most part. I don't think they're the exactly same ones in
I think they. I mean, I still think
Legends
they use the
Arceus.
same models. I know they did change some of the animations, and obviously there are some stylistic differences. Like they don't have the shitty
Yeah,
textures that they used in Scarlet and Violet.
right. That's what I mean. That they're touched up. They're not like I don't mean completely redone, but more
Yeah,
like re-implemented, not just copy paste. And
yeah,
like reanimated and maybe changed some of the textures and lighting on them and stuff. And they look good, and the characters look generally great as they always do design wise, but also in terms of rendering and detail. There's not much to dislike there.
yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of just mainly the buildings and textures that kind of are faulty. Even stuff like the trees, I didn't think looked particularly bad. I don't remember them being
We've got
particularly
good
bad.
trees in this game. It's crazy. Yeah, it looks like a real game. I will say that the valid complaint, or a valid complaint, I would say, or at least like a point that I would take away from this game graphically is that like Lumio City does look too samey. I think
Yeah,
like
yeah, that's what I said earlier.
this city, like they really needed to make more landmarks to actually identify the place with, because there, a big reason why we were only doing this now is because I only beat the game like a few days ago. It took me 2 weeks to beat this game that I like a lot because I did not fast travel very much. I just simply ran around a lot because that's just what I wanted to do. And even though I spent so much time running around in this game, I still cannot tell you where most things are because yeah, it's just really hard to actually find things. You just look at your map and follow the icons, really.
Yeah, yeah, it all looks very much the same. I also had an experience where I didn't realize there was more than one mall or like a shopping area, just because they also look kind of the same. Or like there's like two different shapes for them.
Yeah, you got the long
Uh,
mall, then you got the round mall.
yeah, exactly. So I just entered those malls and be like, I already checked all those stores. I don't need to buy anything there for my character. Um, which is kind of exemplary of or like shows the lack of sense of place you get in terms of just the world. But there is stuff to do in there. But I agree they could have done more in terms of like giving the areas maybe a distinct feeling, or like making them feel more like different districts. So I mean, yeah, there are certainly valid criticisms towards the game graphically and in terms of world design. But I mean, I feel like that's, to me, that's kind of a minor detractor all in all.
Yeah. How about customization in this game? trainer customization was introduced in X and Y, and it honestly wasn't that bad in my opinion. Like, it was limited, but I still felt like the actual outfits and clothes you could get in that game were solid, and it has just gone backwards ever since. It was worse in Sun and Moon. I didn't play Sword and Shield, so I can't speak on that. It was horrible in Scarlet and Violet.
It's completely gone in Scarlet and Violet, right?
You're just resigned to. I mean, like, you can customize yourself, but you have to have one of the 4 school uniforms for the entire game.
Right.
Until you get to post game where they give you like 2 other outfits. What's up?
Yeah. I mean, I think Sword and Shield still had a decent bit of it. Not to the extent that you get it here, but you definitely have different hairstyles, hair colors, and a decent few outfits. But this is like rich. You can like choose your hair color in terms of more than just a shade.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. And there's a shit ton of fucking outfits. Most of which are really well designed and nice to pair together and play around with.
Yeah, another reason why it took me so long to beat this game is because every time you rank up in the story, I would change my entire look. And I just got really attached to that because there are just so many different things. Like, I'm not used to making myself look cool in a Pokemon game. Literally, Scarlet and Violet, because it was so impossible to like have a serious looking character, I made my guy look as goofy and ridiculous as possible. Like, that's just what I would resort myself to, or I just play as the girl, because the girl would usually have better customization. But no, this time I'm like, I'm a person I would actually want to look like in this world. This is crazy.
Yeah, and the individual items are just charming and well designed, so it makes it easy to pick something out that feels nice to put on your character and change that up. So it's just it does feel like it makes it a bit more personable in terms of the character you're controlling and the presence your character has, instead of just controlling like generic Pokemon trainer school guy, or girl.
Gay cat boy.
Speaking of character design. We fucking Lida is the best fucking character design in any Pokemon game. She looks so good.
This guy loves.
I don't know why.
Everybody.
It's just girl in hoodie, I guess, but she looks fucking great. I don't know why. Every time she's on screen, I'm just that like Leonardo DiCaprio Spider-Man, or like the pointing meme. Like monkey sees action. I just love her design.
I do really like. I told you this, but I love that animation she does, where she just like strokes the front part of her hair like it's a really long.
Yeah,
beard.
It's fucking great.
That is a really funny animation.
Her hair should be a fucking mess, but it just looks awesome. And she also, I don't know who fucking animated these characters, but clearly one of them had a fucking favoritism for her, because she's way more animated than most named characters in this game, I feel like.
That's kind of a thing with Pokemon games, like, because I noticed this with Legends Arceus with Irida. Like, Irida would have like 7 different animations when everybody else gets fucking 1. So it's like there's always some character that they just give a weird amount of detail to compared to everyone else.
It's wild. Like, you have these like strategy sessions where like fucking Tawny or Bane or whichever, they're named differently if you choose a different gender.
Taurine.
But they're just sitting there like kind of sitting there stone faced with like 2 different facial expressions. It's like either a straight face or a smile, and then Lida has like 15 different facial expressions she will use in the span of 20 seconds.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why I'm endeared to her. But yeah, I don't know. I just love that design.
Of course, everybody predicted the design I would. I got to Gwyn in the game, and I'm like, oh my god, this character's so good, and everybody is just like, yeah, we know, Maz, we know you like her.
The least surprising thing ever. Oh wow, you like the purple-haired ghost loli with a chandelier on her head?
So that we can beat people. Oh my fucking god! Look at this fucking character design. Oh my fucking god! Holy fucking shit! Oh my... Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Oh my goodness. Is this a buyable outfit in the game? Oh my goodness, I love this so much. I love this woman. This is so cool. She is wonderful. I love her. What an amazing outfit. What an amazing character design, truly.
Who would have fucking thought?
What a concept. Who's probably got a very feminine, wispy voice. If this game had voice acting, that's a complaint I'll also give people. The fact that this game doesn't have voice acting is hilarious.
Well, especially if it's like almost fully animated cutscene, well, not fully animated in the sense that it's 2D drawn, but like cinematic cutscenes where they talk to each other and it's not voice acted.
They got actual
so
lip
weird.
syncing. It's like, what are they doing?
That's a weird detail, but I guess they just want to stick to the fact that Pokemon games in general tend not to have. But then just don't do cinematic cutscenes.
Yeah, I've always wanted them to go to just like VN style cutscenes where it's just, you know, the character portrait and then just text. I'm just reading all this anyway, but yeah, whatever.
I think that's just kind of the Nintendo thing, right? Where they have a very clear sort of set of vision or rules about how a game is supposed to be within a certain franchise.
Well, then they could just do the thing where they, like, I don't know, just jumble up the language. They all speak in their own, you know, Pokemon language. They've actually done that with the text. Like, there's now a Pokemon written language that they have for everything. So they just do like blah, 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 Animal Crossing speak for all the characters. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, but like it's also specific. Like Legend of Zelda, they always do the sounds. Like you talk to a guy and he just goes.
Although Zelda
so I guess
would have
just
like Breath of the Wild at least had voiced cutscenes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, actually. So maybe they're not that strict.
Nobody actually really knows how Nintendo does things. We'll never know.
But yeah. Character designs are great. The entire internet is raving over Emma's butt.
I was flabbergasted when I first saw that.
It's so wild to just how immediately visible it is.
Yeah. This is where the E10 rating kicks in.
Yeah, that wasn't by accident. No one modeled that by accident. Someone painstakingly worked on those cheeks. And now the entire internet wants to work on those cheeks.
If you if you play online just a few times, you are surely going to run into somebody whose Z-A Royale portrait is just them gawking at Emma's ass, or just straight up or just straight up a close up of her ass. I've also gotten that one.
Yeah,
it's
or
really
like the ass with like the closest equivalent to a pork face you can do with your character, or like pointing at it.
Yeah,
it's all over the place. Like, honestly, if you go on Twitter, there's like two things you're ever gonna see about this game. One is the textures on the buildings, and the other is her ass.
No, the other one is Mega Starmie.
Right, Mega Starmie. That's the third. That's basically summing up discourse on this game.
Mega Starmie, but yeah, the characters of this game. Let's talk about those, because I was really surprised that there are not a lot of returning characters from X and Y in this game. Like, this is almost an entirely new cast, which I appreciate that. At the same time, I don't know, found it weird how little they mention of, you know, past X and Y. It's just like they not that I'm super attached to the characters of X and Y, because everybody was underwritten as shit in that game, but it's like I kind of agree with everybody. Where the fuck is Clement? Where is the gym leader of this city? What happened?
Yeah, I think there's like it's like set like 20 years in the future, so it's not so far that they would have 5.
It's just 5 years after X and Y.
Wait, but isn't Emma like 11 in X and Y, and isn't she like? Oh wait,
no.
Oh, she's 16 in X and Y. She's just small.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Yeah, that makes it even weirder. Like, these people should be very significant to this setting, so why are they not here? There's like the scientist character in this. That's like one of the characters that's returning.
Yeah.
But that's just like a random side character that they upgraded to a more significant role. But aside from that, I can't think of many others.
Yeah, like, where are the other scientists? Where's Sycamore? Where the fuck did Professor Sycamore go?
Professor Sicko Mode.
Professor Sicko Mode. Yeah. But for what it's worth, the new characters in this game are pretty good, I think, as some of my favorites of all time. I really like Naveen in particular. I think he's one of the most well-written and fleshed out characters we've ever gotten.
Yeah, definitely. I also, again, like one peak character design. He looks awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a very clear like personality and vibe, which is not necessarily the case for the like rival type characters in Pokemon. But yeah, I agree. The main group here, especially Lida and Naveen, are just they just feel very alive, or at least relatively for a Pokemon game. Not that big on the Tawny/Urbane character. They don't do as much.
Yeah.
Even though they're shoved into pretty central roles.
They're basically like the stereotypical rival of the game. I hated Tawny because she pulled me away from the tournament, and I wanted to do that, and I'm like, I don't give a shit about Rogue Mega Evolution. I want to play Pokemon with my beautiful wife Gwyn and her beautiful wife Canary. Why are you doing this to me? I was so fucking mad at that plot thread.
I'm mad at her main character syndrome.
She does have main character syndrome.
Every time something happens in the story, she just shows herself forward like she's the most important character. It's like every time we do double battles, I one-shot all the opponents, and you just sit there trying to assist me. Who made you king?
Let's have a competition to see who gets to save Lumiose City, and then I one-shot her Mega Meganium and with fucking Sludge Wave. I literally, it was so, I need to post this. I'm going to make this part of the episode. I never got spoiled on it. I don't know what Mega Meganium looks like. I don't know what it does. I don't know what its typing is. What is it? It's very flowery. Yeah, that's about what I would have expected. Nice Mega, dumbass. What was that, Grass Fairy? Fucking Meganium never beating the worst starter allocations. Like, her activating Mega Meganium, and I defeated in half a fucking second.
It's so fun. But yet, yeah, it's just so weird, because it's not that hard to beat these characters in the game. It's not a hard game by any means. But just bodying every single person in this game, and especially the rival character, just bodying them every single time you fight, like, yet they still having this main character syndrome, like they're the strongest player around. Just feels a little weird.
Yeah.
But it's funny. But yeah, as far as personality goes, it's like the main one I'd say is a bit lacking compared to how much screen time they get. Everyone else is pretty good.
Yeah. It's a good thing, though. It's a good thing that we waited until I actually finished the game to do this, because if you caught me this time last week, perhaps, then I would have told you I really do not like Lida.
Who?
I don't like Lida.
What?
So I will say, though, for a while I like hated her. I'm like, oh my god,
Why?
I can't stand her. But she actually won me over a little bit. Where at this point where I'm like, I respect her, because she did prove to be one of the most emotionally intelligent characters of the game.
she's got all the brain cells.
Yeah. She's just like a personality type I'm not really into. She just fucking yaps a lot. That's the thing. She just talks too much.
Just because she has all the brain cells.
Yeah, she does.
Who else is gonna? It's like Tani's supposed to be the leader of the team, but we all know like she's clearly the one in charge. Like she's the only one who knows what's going on.
Yeah, I mean her name is literally Lita, so can't blame
Yeah,
her.
exactly. No, I fucking love her. I'm very much down with the type of character that's like she's got all the brain cells, but isn't she's still like charming and funny and goofy.
Yeah. Oh, we should have mentioned the fucking croissant curry. What the fuck is that shit? That's why I'm so like that's why I like Naveen so much. That's why he's my guy. I'm like, yeah, I'm with you. I don't want to eat this shit either, dude.
It's just bullshit. Also, how did they pile it up like a fucking building? How thick is that curry?
That's the Game Freak texture quality, my guy.
It's the physics engine.
Yeah. That's where all the budget went. The polygonal curry.
It's someone worked overtime for that. Yeah, so characters is like a big like 10 out of 10, I want to say. Well, maybe not 10. I mean something close to that.
Yeah.
No issues. We always expect I feel like in general Pokemon, it's like if there's one thing that the Pokemon games have just been getting better at with pretty much every incarnation, it is the characters.
Yeah.
Including the character designs. I feel like they have just consistently been on an upwards trajectory.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I of course love Canary as well because she's so VTuber coded. Like if you actually go into her room, she has posters that are like references to VTuber art, which is really awesome.
Yeah, honestly, she just registers as a VTuber, even though she isn't. It's like everything about her pretty much is like, yeah,
she's
sort
a
of
VTuber. Isn't, but she also sort of is at the same time because of the holotech thing.
Yeah, it's like her model is herself.
Yeah,
I guess. But yeah, she definitely registers as a VTuber, and she also continues the trend of electric type trainers being like streamers, and that's kind of a weird but fun trend. I feel like.
Yeah,
I like that stuff. In general, I think
they have started to, I guess, categorize, or stereotype trainers based on their type. Where like we've got the streamer character who's using electric types. Dragon type users are now extremely unhinged psychos.
Yeah, just everyone with like rage issues. Is a dragon type trainer.
I don't know what her name is. Her name was weird, but she was what's that fucking show? Rocka Lady Modesty. She is absolutely just that show.
Yeah. Like the fairy type trainers are always like rich aristocrats or like fancy fashion people.
Yeah.
Or like the gruffy old guy ground type trainer that works in a construction site.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll move on from these stereotypes at some point. Maybe eventually they'll get tired. But for now, they're great. They're really good.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame that there's not a trainer for every type in this game. Like they sort of have gyms in a way where there's specific trainers that represents a type. Yeah. But there's some that don't have a clear allocation. Would have liked to just have the full set there and have a trainer for every type that you could like have a nice lineup of 16. But it's like small things. Like it feels a bit like a wasted opportunity, but I also understand that you can't have that many named characters.
Yeah.
And also make them feel significant. Like, I don't think there's a bug type guy, right?
I don't think so. No, I don't remember a bug type guy in this game. At the same time, though, there aren't a lot of good bugs to use in general in this game, sadly.
Yeah, I think like that they give every type trainer a new mega, but I don't think there's a new bug type mega, is there? I'm trying to run through them in my head.
Okay, let's see.
Which I guess could also be a bridge to talking about the megas.
I didn't think about this at all, but you're right. There is no new bug type mega. Oh, wait, Mega Scolipede.
Right.
But he goes to Corbo, which is the poison guy.
Yeah, so they wouldn't have one, I think, Because that was always what I was thinking while playing the game. Like every type's going to show up and they're all going to have one new mega. And I was thinking like, oh, that's kind of a cool new detail, but that didn't end up shaking out that way, which is a shame. I think that could have been a nice little bonus pattern.
Yeah. It is what it is.
I also like how Leda kind of just refuses to use Mega Starmie. I don't know why. I think that's funny.
She just saw the legs and she's like, I'm not doing that shit.
Yeah, exactly. I like Staryu. Staryu's fine.
Staryu's. I'm sticking with this guy.
So how about those new megas?
How about the new megas? So I, of course, got spoiled on maybe half of them at least. But fortunately, there were a handful that I did not get spoiled on at all. There were some that I got spoiled on where, like, I just straight up fucking saw them in a screenshot or whatever. Like, Mega Pyroar was one of them. There were a few that I saw, like, glimpses of, and I wasn't entirely sure if they were real or not. Mega Zygarde was actually, funny enough, I guess we're into spoilers now. Sorry, I just name-dropped Mega Zygarde. But yeah, there were some that I, like, got a glimpse of or saw mentioned, but I guess wasn't sure was going to be real or not. There was actually a funny circumstance that happened, because I saw there was a YouTube thumbnail that I saw, and it had Mega Arbok and Mega Scolipede on it, and I got really pissed off. I'm like, God fucking damn it, the game's not even fucking out yet, and people are posting new Mega footage or whatever. And then Rusty told me that what I saw was probably fake because he actually saw the leaks and all. But I didn't really believe him. I think I just assumed he said that to just make me be less mad. So I still assumed that what I saw was real, especially because in the trailer, for one of the trailer where they revealed Corbo, they say that his ace Pokemon is Arbok. So I'm like, okay, yeah, Mega Arbok's confirmed. This guy's going to use it. So then I actually fought this guy. He just sends out a regular Arbok, and I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. And then he sends out Mega Scolipede, so that was real, but the one that I saw was completely fake. So it was a weird
So the wrong Mega.
Yeah, like it was a weird roundabout thing where it turned out I didn't get that in the end. But yeah, there were a handful of Megas that I didn't know about whatsoever, and that was surprising. And that was great. And actually, I think they were the best ones, just in general.
The ones you already saw, or the ones you didn't see?
The ones I didn't see until playing ended up being, like, most of the best ones. So specifically, Mega Chandelure, Mega Electros, Mega Drampa, I did not see at all until I actually got to them in the game. And Mega Skarmory.
Those are your favorites?
Out of the new ones, yeah, I would say those are my favorites.
You want to just do like a Pokéyap rating section in the middle of this? We just go through all of them and do like a 1 to 5?
Yeah, you know what? Why not? Why not? For the sake of the continuity of
tradition.
the series. So Mega. I'm going on Cerebi's list.
Sure.
So it has Mega Clefable first.
Oh, I already forgot this existed.
This is
not
one that
the most
I saw,
memorable one.
Like I saw a post about it, like I saw it mentioned, and I'm like, oh, okay, Mega Clefable's a thing. Why would they give Clefable of all things a Mega? Whatever. It's fairy and flying, and it has wings. There's like moth.
It's wearing a beret.
It is wearing a nice French beret.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
There's something cute or charming about it, but it's also a little weird and it looks a little wonky. So like a 3. This one is probably one of the ones that wasn't really memorable in either way.
Yeah.
Neither good nor bad.
Yeah, 3 out of 5. I'd say it's all right. It hasn't I haven't really used it. Like it just hasn't had much of a presence on me. So yeah.
If you'd ask me to name all of them from the top of my head, this would be one of the last 3 to 5 I'd probably think of.
Yeah. Mega Victory Bell. It's a big,
I think we already talked about this.
A big stomach. I kind of like this one. He's funny.
Yeah, we talked about this one. He's funny. He's charming. He's also huge. He's like 4 times as tall as the player character is, which is
Yeah.
fun.
You fight this
yeah,
one as
I
a
think this is
rogue, and
nice.
my fight did not work. The fight kind of broke where like I got like 3/4 like halfway in, and he just like stopped using moves entirely. So I just started beating the shit out of him.
Oh, fucking Game Freak and their shitty games.
Yeah, lazy
More-
game freak as usual. Mega Victory Bill's alright.
Yeah, he's fun. I'll give him a 4.
4, sure. Now everybody's favorite new Mega Starmie. What are your thoughts on Mega Starmie?
I think it's funny enough. I'm not mad at it, but I'm also I have mixed feelings, I guess. I think the thought of him is funnier than the reality. I'll give him a 3.
Yeah, it's like I know that they can do like joke designs, kind of. So this is definitely one that they intended to be funny, and it's just like, okay. I don't know if I appreciate the joke, but you know the joke exists now, so I have no choice but to accept it.
Yeah,
It is.
I think I would have liked it more as like a fake leak or something, or like
this literally looks
Game Freak.
like I genuinely assumed that this was a fake thing when I first saw it. I'm like, that's not real. Someone made that up.
Yeah, or like it would have been funnier, I think, if it was like made by Game Freak and like announced or teased and then just not be real.
An April Fool's joke. They reveal Mega Starmie.
Yeah, exactly. It would have been a good April Fool's joke. I think in terms of it actually being in the game, I don't know if I'm that into it being part of the decks, but I'm not mad at it. It's still pretty funny.
I think that I like when I saw it. Of course, I'm just like, what the fuck are they doing? No, absolutely not. But actually seeing it in the game, because it becomes a physical fighter and it has like these boastful poses, like it will pose with its quote unquote arms on its quote unquote hips and just kind of flex and whatever. So like it's weirdly expressive in a funny way that made me appreciate it a little more. So I appreciate
the animation. The animation sells it for sure.
Yeah, so I'll give it a 3. Why not? Mega Starmie can live. And then Mega Dragonite.
This is also one of the early.
Yeah, this was the first one they revealed.
Yeah, I mean, my take's still kind of the same, where it feels like it's just kind of weirdly misaligned and.
Yeah, it's
like
just
weirdly
Dragonite with stuff stapled onto it.
Yes, and in the stuff the head wings are weird. I think it would have been fine for them to just be on the back and be a bit bigger, and I think that would have looked good. Right now, it just feels a little weird.
I will say, I think when we first talked about this in a past episode, I said, why didn't they just make it blue? It turns out the shiny is blue. So, shiny Mega Dragonite looks great.
Wasn't shiny Dragonite always blue? Oh, no, he's green.
It's a green shiny. But, yeah, I'll give this a 2. It's kind of underwhelming to me.
Yeah, two's fine.
Mega Meganium. One of the most highly anticipated and hotly requested megas.
This was my starter, and I used it throughout the game, and I really like it. I think it looks silly, but it's kind of pretty. I think it looks cool.
Yeah, this is
I don't know. I'm down with this.
Yeah, this is about what I would have expected. Just make the flowers bigger. It's got a lot of flowers now.
I like how it kind of makes it look like almost like a rail gun, where it would charge up like from the different rings, like do 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 do, and then fire off a solar beam. Am I making any sense?
Yeah.
So there's a weird thing, and I don't know if it's specific to Mega Meganium, but when you Mega Evolve it, solar beam no longer has a charging time. Like it just goes. And I don't know if that's with all Mega Evolutions in this game, or if that's like a Mega Meganium specific thing that might be a tease to its ability once it gets one. Because I could see this getting an ability where it maybe finishes 2 turn moves in 1 turn or something.
Yeah, like it actually does mention in the Pokedex entry that it just, fires solar beams really quickly. So, like some Pokemon do have some kind of like hidden attributes or whatever, because like obviously Aegislash is in this game, so they programmed Stance Change, its ability, to actually work in this game. So they can do stuff like that.
Yeah. So yeah, and especially combined with the Dex entry, I definitely expect this to have something related to like either an ability that just makes Solar Beam charge faster, or maybe just all 2-turn moves if it gets any others in its move pool,
Yeah,
which would be an interesting
power rub as an
mechanical
ability would
thing.
be pretty crazy. I could see it
Yeah,
happening though.
depending on the move pool, depending on the move pool for sure. And it already has a pretty crazy special attack, so giving this and adding the fairy type on top of it and giving it like Solar Beam in 1 turn, that could be pretty potent.
I can't wait for it to learn Geomancy. That will be awesome.
That'd be fucking
1-turn
sick.
Geomancy, Mega Meganium. I'll give this a 4. It's a good design.
Yeah,
It doesn't,
Yeah,
it doesn't
I'll
blow
go
me
4.
away, but like I said, it's like, yeah, this is what I would have imagined Mega Meganium to look like.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think it's like solid. It doesn't blow me away, but it's just good. What you'd want out of it.
And now my guy, my starter, Mega Feraligatr. He's got a big dragon maw.
It's a big toilet seat on his head.
I hate you. I'm gonna think about that all the time now.
It's like a toilet lid. Yeah.
No.
I think there's art of that as well. I didn't make that up myself.
Oh my god.
Like Mega Feraligatr, and it's just a picture of Feraligatr with a toilet lid around its neck.
Oh my god.
I found it. I'll send it in the voice channel.
The mega toilet seat. God, it actually kind of does. Oh no, I hate. No, now it's ruined. I was gonna say I like it. This is awful. What have they done to my guy? No, I like it.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It doesn't blow me away, but it's fine. It's almost like in a way not much. Like it basically just gets the hood. Like I know it has some more red spikes or whatever, so you know, classic Mega design, just add more spikes to it. But yeah, it's just whatever.
It has the thing where if it closes, it gets like a big fake mask head. But do you ever see that in game, or is it just gonna be open all the time? You used it, so you have a better sense of that than I do.
So I probably should have a good answer for that, but I actually really don't right now. I didn't notice.
I guess if you didn't,
switch, maybe it's in the attack decks or whatever.
might be if it like uses a bite attack or something.
Yeah.
Because I've definitely seen pictures of it with its head closed. I'm just not sure how often that happens.
I think it happens. I'm just dumb and didn't pay attention.
It just turns into a big Totodile.
I've been saying that this guy, like the hood really reminds me of Regidrago, so I think that's what they're gonna do for its ability. They're gonna give it Regidrago's ability. Oh yeah, it does close when it uses when it uses a bite or an attack. And it's
that's
cool.
nice. That's cool. I'll give it a 3 based on that.
Yeah,
The first time I saw it, I was just like, why does it have like a big leaf on its back? But when I saw the head thing, I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, 3 is fine. And then Mega Skarmory. This completely blindsided me. Like when the dude who has it sent it out, I'm like, are you shitting me? We got Mega Skarmory? Because I love Skarmory. I never would have imagined him to get a Mega, but I like it. It's a cool Mega. It's very edgy, very sharp, and it's gold.
It's weird because aside from the color change, it's very much not that different from regular Skarmory.
No.
It just like it turns gold and it takes on like a jet fighter pose. So I'm kind of, I don't know how to feel about it. I think the gold looks cool, but it almost just looks like a shiny to me.
Kinda, yeah, but I'm cool with that. That's not unprecedented for Megas either, where the Mega form looks like the shiny of the regular.
Sure. I wonder what shiny Mega Skarmory looks like. Wonder if that's just...
It actually just looks like
Like
regular
regular.
Skarmory. It's actually kind of funny. It turns silver
That's-
again.
I see. Has big ass feet. If I see picture of like Mega Skarmory just standing on the ground and it's just got like looks like its feet are like the size of its whole body.
Yeah.
The shiny is cool though. I like the green. That's pretty cool. I'm not that whelmed by this one. I think they could have done a bit more. I don't mind it, but like primarily it just being a color swap doesn't really evoke Mega for me. If that makes sense. So I'll go 2 for this one.
Sure.
I'm a little underwhelmed.
Oh, I sent Mega Feraligator's hood into recording chat. Wrong text chat. 'Cause I sent that from my Switch to my phone to the Discord.
Yeah, it turns into a big Totodile, which is nice.
I actually didn't
Cute.
realize it was like the shape of a Totodile. Now I like him even more. Wait a minute, I'm giving Mega Feraligator a 4 now. That's my guy right there.
Fair enough. It's just a shame that it doesn't really register if you see its like official portrait or its general in-game model.
Yeah. And I'll give Skarmory a 4 as well. I like how sharp and fast it looks, and it gets really fast. So that's cool. He goes from defensive to offensive. Mega Frostlass. Mega Frostlass was another highly requested Mega.
Yeah, this is also one of the ones I used. I really like this design. It's very elegant and like, yeah, it's kind of weirdly human, but Frostlass was already in that territory as being like a Yuki-Onna. So
yeah,
I don't mind that.
Is way more. This really leans into that Yuki-Onna concept much more.
Yeah, for sure, and I like it a lot. I like the big long body and the cloud, as well as the big spiky horns. Just looks really nice to me.
Yeah,
I think pretty much as good as I can imagine a Mega Frostlass being. I wouldn't change a thing. So I'll still say 4. I wouldn't say it's like a personal favorite, but it's pretty much what you'd want out of Mega Frostlass.
Yeah, I'll say 4 as well. This is actually one of the ones I don't have. I never got a regular Frostlass because I never caught a female Snorunt because I suck at the game. So, but yeah, I like that it exists and all. So cool. It's a lot better than Mega Glalie. So shout out there.
That's for fucking sure. Mega Glalie's like awful.
Fucking Glalie, dude. Why does Glalie exist at all? I don't know.
I don't mind base Glalie, but the Mega's not great.
Mega Embor, the other starter, you know, the other starter that exists in this game. Mega Embor, everybody.
I don't like Embor, and this is not changing anything about the things I don't like about Embor.
He's got a big lance now. He's a lancer. Wow, you know, isn't that great? Yeah, Embor sucks. I actually do like the lance. Like, it is something. At least he has something that stands out now. But after that, yeah.
Yeah, it's not just Embor with more fire. I guess the main body kind of is Embor, but just with more fire and maybe a bit more of like a regal, like medieval Asian vibe.
I wonder what he is based off of.
I think he's supposed to look like even more like an emperor. I guess he's already supposed to look like an emperor, but I just want to make him look even more like an emperor.
Oh, I never realized that's why his name is Embor or something.
Yeah, I think the original design is like also supposed to be something like that, something emperor-ish, but it doesn't really come through in the original design the way it does here. So I guess that's something, but yeah, it does. In terms of main body, it does sort of feel like Embor with like bigger tusks and more fire. So I'm not a huge fan of this one. I'll give it a 2.
Yeah, 2. Mega Excadrill. This is another one that I don't think I would have expected. Although I guess I shouldn't be surprised because Excadrill is very popular. So, you know, they continue the philosophy of giving fan favorite Pokemon Megas. I don't know if this was the right call though.
I think this is hideous.
It looks like Excadrill was already pretty excessive as a design, and then this one is just like, all right, that's just a war machine right there.
It looks so unwieldy. Like, this guy is not. It's just life is suffering for Mega Excadrill.
Actually,
this
I
giant...
don't think that Life is Suffering, because he does turn into a giant drill bit. Like, actually seeing his animations makes him a lot cooler. It makes a lot more sense.
But Executor already did that, right? Didn't he already turn into a drill?
He did, but now he's a really big drill.
I don't know. I feel like this was made sort of to be in the same category as Mega Starmie, like to be funny, but I don't think it's necessarily funny. Or at least not in the same way Mega Starmie is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just seeing a picture of him not in his drill form, just stand there with his big stupid hat on. It just looks so weird. This is a 1 for me. I don't like it at all. And I also don't think Excadrill needed a Mega.
I don't really think it needed one either. And the competitive folks are already predicting that this is going to be one of those ones that is just worse than the original.
Yeah. Also, speaking of fucking needing a Mega, I'm so mad that Aurorus didn't get a Mega. If any fucking Pokemon needs one that's in this game, it's Aurorus.
I do wonder what we're going to get for the DLC, because we did have a stream where we predicted the new Megas based on what we saw from the DLC trailer, and yeah, I think we may have been early with a lot of those predictions. Although one of the ones I did predict was in this. I predicted Mega Dragalge was going to be a thing. So we got Mega Dragalge, at least.
If we don't get Mega Aurorus in the DLC, I'm gonna be so mad. I fucking love Aurorus, and I was so excited to use it.
You were
hoping
absolutely
we get a Mega
to get that side quest where you have to use Aurorus against the Tyrantrum.
Yes, I fucking love Aurorus. I'd like genuinely probably like around top 10 Pokemon of all time. And if it doesn't get a Mega in the DLCs, I'm gonna be so mad because it deserves to be usable. It's such a good fucking
Whoops is going to take back every compliment he gave to Legends Z-A in this episode if Mega Dimension does not give us Mega Aurorus.
I just need Mega Aurorus, and I need it to have like an HP stat of 200 to make up for its terrible defensive typing.
Well, they won't do that. They don't change the HP stat for Megas.
Give it like solid rock as an ability, so that it's like 25 weaknesses don't matter as much, and maybe it'll be usable.
It has a new ability where it absorbs fighting type attacks.
Yes.
How about that? Mega Skull.
Anyway, well, he's got a big jacket on.
Yeah. This one is interesting. I'm looking at its stats, and they totally changed its stats. They made him a slow guy, and he's really bulky,
yeah,
which is interesting. Which probably means he's going to be awesome and competitive. You combine that with the speed boost on regular Scolipede, this guy's going to be nuts, actually.
Yeah, like stack up some buffs and then mega it.
Yeah,
if you can. That's fun. I'm sort of weird about this guy. I don't know. It just looks slightly too much like he's wearing a coat. I know it's supposed to look like armor. I know it's supposed to look like armor, but it just looks like a big puffy coat to me. But I don't mind. It's pretty cool. I like the idea of him just getting like a big metal plating on its body and then being slower but stronger and more defensive.
Yeah.
I really like base Scolipede a lot, and getting Megas for Pokemon you already like a lot is always like a risk. I know I'm vouching for getting Mega Aurorus, but that's more of just a viability thing, not necessarily a design thing. I don't know if I like this more than regular Scolipede, but I think it's fine. I'll give it a 3.
I'm looking at these on my Switch, and something that we should also mention is that Megas have like this kind of colorful aura on them in the game, and I think that makes them look better, just like more, or at least particularly Mega Scolipede looks better because like the Mega texture just like really complements the new colors it has. So
yeah, they have like a greenish glow on them.
Yeah, almost, or like a rainbow gradient that passes through them or something like that.
Yeah.
So it really works for Mega Scolipede. So I'm gonna give him a 4 based on that.
Fair enough.
Yeah. What's next? Mega Scrafty. Scrafty got a hood.
I really like Mega Scrafty. I think this is one of the best ones in the new game.
Yeah.
It's simple, but it just looks good. I really like the white. They could have just done the yellow hoodie, but I think the white really adds Like it almost feel like going Super Saiyan or something.
He's going Super Saiyan, but just his clothes.
Just his clothes. He doesn't even change that much outside of the hoodie, but I also like how the mohawk turns into like an emo droop,
Oh, I
like
didn't
pushed
even
down by the
I didn't even
hoodie.
notice that. Yeah.
And he doesn't have to hold up his pants anymore. No, he just
Yeah.
has his hands in his pockets.
Yeah.
I love
his pose is
it's-
sick.
He's so cool. Yeah, I'm looking at him in game now. He's fucking great. He's a 5 for me.
Yeah, you know what? I'll give this
He's
guy
so-
a 5. And it's
he's
great.
so
And it's
punk.
great how like consistent it is with Naveen's design because Naveen's got his white jacket.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
I also like how he's got holes in his hoodie, so he can put it over its head and look through the holes,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
like turn into a mask. It's a fun little detail. Yeah, I really like this guy. He looks awesome.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. Hell yeah, we like Scrafty in this. Mega Electros. This was an unexpected one for me, but this is like I already said, this is one of my favorites. I think this is one of the coolest designs we got.
Yeah, it's great. Was also like the MVP of my playthrough because he shits out damage with like great coverage moves.
Oh, nice.
I really like this guy. I like how I don't know why, but he just feels like a weapon, like the fighter jet version of a eel or something. Like having these side gunners or whatever they are. I don't even know what he is. He's just like 3 fish conjoined together or something.
It actually it says the false electric, which are made of mucus. That's what those
Sick.
are. Yeah. I love the changing plus and minus signs on him. And I love that it.
This is
And I
awesome.
love that it really complements Mega regular Electros's like animation with how it just like floats around in midair and just kind of squirms. Like this really plays into that really well.
I love Electros in general, and this is definitely a mega that doesn't ruin anything about what makes the original design great, because a lot of it's still there. It's just got like some side gunners or like side floaties.
I even think that this improves him in general, because like it was kind of controversial how in Gen 5 it looked like he was standing on 2 feet and kind of bobbed around, and then they changed that to what we see from Gen 6 and beyond, where he like floats in midair. But this really makes him look more like a sea creature.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I'm giving this guy a 5. This is good.
Yeah, I agree. 5. This is one of my favorites of the new set as well.
My favorite is Mega Chandelure. This next one.
But how much of that is just the actual mega design, and how much of that is just how much you like Chandelure?
Yes.
Because I'll be honest, I like Chandelure, but this is kind of just like Chandelure with like another layer and a big flame.
But like, I don't know, what else could they have done? They make him look like a grand chandelier,
Sure,
grand chandelier, like a really really fancy one.
Sure, I mean, yeah, definitely. They shouldn't have done anything else, but at the same time, I'm not blown away by it because it's pretty much what you'd expect from a Mega Chandelure.
Well, it's also got heterochromia, so that's, going to boost the score by a significant margin.
Sure. I don't know. This is kind of in the territory of like just the same Pokemon but more. But I mean, Chandelure is an insanely good design, so just Chandelure but with more Chandelure isn't necessarily an issue.
Oh, and it's got a crown too. It's got a freaking crown on its head.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah,
That's
where
nice.
the flame comes from.
That's kind of cute. I don't know. I didn't use this in game. I don't think I've ever seen the in-game model aside from like one-shotting it when fighting Gwyn. So I don't know. I didn't get much of a sense of it. So maybe seeing it in game would improve it for me. But for now, I'll give it a 3.
It's really cool when it spins around. Look at this bitch spin.
I can't.
I know. I'll have that on screen for this. Yeah, no, I like it a lot. Also, I love its dex entry. One of its eyes is a window linking our world to the afterlife. This Pokemon draws in hatred and converts it into power, just like me for real.
Damn, just like me.
Yeah. More proof that Gwyn is the most Moz-coded character of all time. She really has taste. Yeah, I'm so down for Mega Chandelure. 5 out of 5.
I can't blame you. It's like fan service to the Chandelure fans.
Yeah.
But I don't mind it.
We kind of glossed over the Kalos Megas, and I guess we can go over them again, even though they're technically not in the game. Well, Greninja's in the game, because of course he fucking is. But the others, Mega Delphox will be in the game next week or so.
Yeah, something like that. But we already talked about these, so I guess people will just have to look up the Pokéyap.
Yeah, okay. Mega Delphox is the best thing that has ever happened, and that's all you need to know. Mega Pyroar.
It is fun, banger.
Pyroar got a Mega.
This is the worst one for sure.
Pyroar is the most auraless Pokemon of all fucking time. It's so fucking bad. Like, at this point, I have to wonder, like, is this Pokemon a joke? Like, are they just like, is this just a shit post as a Pokemon? Because, like, nothing about him has ever been good, and now that he has a Mega, it's just worse.
It's like the type of design. The original Pyro is something you'd find in like a cheap Lion King knockoff. You'd
Pyro
get from
is
like
what you would get in Pal World.
Eastern European. Yeah. He's so Pal World. Yeah, and the Mega Pyro is just ridiculous. I don't understand how they ever landed at this. Where they were just like, just give it a second mane on top of its head, like a hat. It's wild.
Even like doing the competitive analysis, they just gave it plus 20 to all of its stats, which was always a problem with Pyroar. It's like they gave him like kind of okay stats, but nothing good in particular. So Game Freak was like, yeah, this guy's ass. Give him plus 20 to everything. That'll fix everything. So he's not even going to be good competitively. It's like, what the fuck, man? What are they doing with this guy?
It's an insane choice to give him a Mega. It's an even more insane choice to have the Mega just be the base design with like an additional main. It's so wild.
Let's take the worst design, the worst aspect of this design, and just multiply it.
It's crazy. I just don't understand the process of thought.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. So this is an easy one.
The shiny is kind of funny because it does look like he's going Super Saiyan. His hair becomes like white and gold, which is kind of funny. But yeah, this design's a 1. It's just why are we making Pyroar?
Yeah, Pyroar is the most auraless Pokemon of all time. Although the Wild Zone, where you fight like 7 of them at the same time, is really funny.
My god! I've wiped so many times that I'm just trying to catch a Skarmory. Like, I'm not gonna kill all these Pyroar. It's like 7 Pyroar attacking me.
It is really satisfying to kill them all in one surf, though. It's great. So that is that is Pyroar's claim to fame. There is one level in Pokemon where they become the 1 trillion lions meme.
1 billion lions.
Now, here's something that I like. I just went on Cerebi. I'm like, I need to look up something about Floette, and then I see there's a new form of Floette, and it's a Mega Floette. What the fuck? How did that happen? But then the game just like name dropped it like 5 minutes after I got to that point. I'm like, okay, never mind. I guess it's not a big deal. or that I saw this. But yeah, Mega Floette.
I already really liked the special Floette design. I think the colors are great. I love the black and red flower, and I love the Mega design. I like how it becomes a big, weird umbilical cord umbrella.
I didn't think about umbilical cord. That's crazy, but that's so true. Actually, holy shit!
It's like kind of freaky, which I like.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's supposed to represent an umbilical cord. Probably not.
It could,
that's
because
the vibe.
it's about life and death and shit. So yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? Or rebirth. Yeah, I'm down for that. It's actually kind of Ava coded. Now that I think about it.
does feel very Ava. But yeah, I was already quite partial towards Floette. I think it's a cute design. I already like the Eternal Flower Floette, and this is just kind of a cool. I like a tiny Pokemon getting a Mega form. We should
Yeah.
get more of that.
I,
Like
I'm
most of the
still holding
Pokemon
out
that get
hope. I'm still
Megas.
hoping we get Mega Tinkaton. That's gotta happen.
Yeah. Like most of the Pokemon that get Megas are already like cool big boys. But I like the idea of getting some smaller Megas.
Yeah.
I'd like a Mega Ribombee or something as well.
Ooh,
So this
yeah.
is nice.
Mega Ribombee with a 20-foot scarf.
Hell yeah, that would be good. But yeah, I like this a lot. I'll give this a 5 out of 5.
Sure. 5 out of 5 for Mega Floette. Now, Malamar. Mega Malamar. They did a very interesting PR campaign for Mega Malamar. And it is really bad in the game. Do not use Mega Malamar. But it looks interesting.
It's great. I like how disco he is. Did we
Yeah.
already talk about him or not? I
We
think we talked
sort of
about him
did.
before.
Yeah. In our, pre-hype stream or whatever. So yeah,
Yeah,
he's alright. I'll give him a 4.
Yeah, 4.
Mega Barbaracle. Ooh.
This guy is like in the category of terrible Pokemon getting a great Mega.
Yeah, okay, I'm glad you agree because we shat all over this fucking guy in our X and Y stream. Barbaracle is a disaster. But this actually works.
Yeah, the original Barbarcle is like this weird fucking mess that's trying to sort of look natural. And in the Mega, they just fully embrace the weird alien vibe. Like, this almost feels like a Deoxys type thing or something.
You know what this guy honestly reminds me of? This guy to me looks like a Powerpuff Girls villain. Like, this is something Mojo Jojo would hire or something.
I'm not familiar with Powerpuff Girls.
I'm not even that familiar either, but that's just the impression I get from it for some reason. I hope someone validates me on this in the comments or whatever.
He looks like something Saitama would be fighting.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, he just looks weirdly alien and intimidating. He also looks like a Legend of Zelda boss. Yeah, I like him a lot. I think Barbarcle really fucking needed something, and this is something.
Yeah.
It looks good. I'll give him a 4.
Yeah, and he's a fighter now. It's crazy. He's got like a
He's very
nice,
intimidating.
relaxed stance, and he turns fighting. So yeah, 4 out of 5, sure. Not bad. Good job, Mega Barbaracle, whatever. So this is also in contention for my favorite Mega design-wise. Mega Dragalge. Or just Dragalge, I don't know.
Yeah, I think Dragalge is just fucking awesome in general.
Yeah.
I love Dragalge. Just like Seaweed Seahorse is fucking great. This is kind of just it is kind of just Dragalge, but with like really big talons on its head. But hey, don't change the winning formula. Again, like the Chandler thing, kind of the same territory. More or less the same works when the base design is just really fucking good. Don't need to change much.
Yeah, I just love how like long and wispy everything is about him. I love the big curtains he's got or whatever.
Yeah, I always loved how floaty Dragalge looked, like the very seaweedy floaty things. It's just very much emphasizing that in a really nice way.
Yeah.
I love Dragalge, and I love that they got a Mega, because it's not a Pokemon that gets a lot of love or attention, I feel like.
No. So yeah.
So I'll give it a 4.
I'm gonna give him a 5. I think this is fantastic. Just like the moment I saw this guy, I'm like, yeah, that's one of the best. That's an awesome Mega. They good job, whoever came up with this one.
Sure.
So I hope that I'm right about Clawitzer getting a Mega in the DLC, because that was one of the ones I predicted.
That would be good as well.
Mega Halucha. We kind of commented on this one because this was one of the ones they revealed early. So he's got like a cool new mask and all.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
Yeah, this was
as well.
Yeah, it's fun.
I think he adds just a bit more like energy and dynamicness and detail to Halucha, where the base Halucha felt a little bland.
Yeah, sure.
this adds a nice bit of frill to him that he needed, I think. So it's like a 4.
Yeah, 4. And then I'll save Zygarde for last. We'll do that as the climax. Mega Drampa.
Sure.
Mega Drampa fucking rules.
This is where we part ways. I think he sucks.
Why do you think he sucks? What?
Because Trampa's like a cute little grandpa goofy blobby dragon, and then just turn him into a weird Kung Fu Panda villain.
Yeah, he like turns into an angry Chinese dragon. This is what happens when you piss him off, which for the record was always part of his lore. He literally has the ability Berserk, and like his Pokédex entry says that he's like really calm and gentle with everybody, but if he really has to, he's gonna get really angry, and he can like destroy mountains and shit. So I love this. I love that he's like riding on storm clouds and shit. He looks like a mythological beast.
Yes, I don't know. I don't think I like the black. I think it's a little too edgy for me in a way that I don't think Drampa should be.
What do you have against
black
Drampa? Pokemon? Come on.
Don't do me like that.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the angry thing is fine. I think the black's just slightly overdone. I think having like gray storm clouds would be fine. I just think he looks weirdly evil almost. He doesn't just look angry, he looks evil. I don't know if I like that.
Dang. Well, I'm giving this guy a 5. I love him.
I'm going 1.
Wow. That's crazy. Alright, Mega Phalanx. I love...
Again, I think this is
Phalanx so much. I love him.
I like Phalanx too, but I don't know. I guess, okay, I was going to give this a 1 because I just think it looks ridiculous, but I love the middle guy struggling to keep the big
hard,
Phalanx.
yeah.
So that's like saving it for me and giving it some personality and doesn't just make it look like a weird abomination. So I'll give it a 2, but I do think it looks like, again, like quite unwieldy and unnatural.
Nah, I love him. I love that they're stacked up like some kind of Mega Man creature. He's great. This is another. I'm not gonna give him a 5 because I kind of agree it does look maybe kind of weird, like a little too silly perhaps. But I like the idea. I like the execution of it. I'm giving him a 4.
I just looked it up and saw some really nice fan art of a design for Mega Phalanx that I like a lot more. So what could have been, I sent it in a
Oh yeah, the one with the you know, the Spartan shield formation. I've seen that.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, this design, it just feels weird. I don't know. Like imagining like a supposedly natural creature taking on this form, it's just a little weird to me.
I like it. I am very, very curious as to what made them want to do Megas for Drampa and Phalanx specifically. Like, why these two Pokemon? Were they always supposed to get Megas or something? I don't know. I'm just really curious as to what the philosophy was.
Maybe they were just picking some from newer generations to like appeal to people who like if you're like 14 now and didn't play anything before Pokemon X or Y or like something like that, that there's at least some Pokemon you recognize or that are new to you getting Megas. I don't know.
And then the final ultimate Mega Evolution is Mega Zygarde. Zygarde has so many forms now, and he becomes the strongest guy of all time. He waited 12 years for his game so that he could be the most broken Pokemon ever created. Good for him.
Hell yeah. Finally, some time in the life for Zygarde.
Yeah.
He gets a big fucking nuke. Is
yes.
What he gets.
He has 200. His base special attack is 216, which is the highest in the game. He also gets a signature move that has 200 base power. It's Dragon type, and it hits fairies. It's just like it's like literally 10-year-old. Like, this is my fake mon. Please do not steal kind of energy, yeah. And I love that. This is what, like, honestly, Zygarde does deserve this. If they're going to do that for anybody, it might as well have been this guy.
It's also just an insane stat that from Mega Evolving he gets 120 special attack
Yeah.
just as a bonus. Um, the fact that he's holding a nuke is also so funny to me. I really thought he was gonna throw it like a bomb, but it's more like a gun that he's holding.
Yeah, because he's a Gundam. Everybody
Yeah,
makes
he look it.
you guys talk shit on him being a Gundam, but that turned out to be really important, actually.
Yeah, I guess. I still think the 100% Zygarde is a terrible design. This is better, I guess. I don't know. I think I just like the nuke. I wish so bad that he would just throw it like a big rocket.
That would be pretty funny.
I really expected that. I was surprised
Toss.
and disappointed when it was just a gun. I'll give him a 3 though. I think it's kind of funny, but I'm not blown away. Well, I would be blown away by the nuke, but
I'll
not by
say
the design.
4. He's all right. Congratulations, Zygarde. You finally got game. Yeah. It was also the most hype shit ever, though. That's like really what the moment where I'm just like, yep, this is the best Pokemon game. Like actually, really like fighting the final boss and just like having to hide under him with like in that fight. That shit was just,
Yeah, that was cool.
that was so fucking peak. I don't give a shit what anybody else says. The game
In
rules.
general, the Legends games just managed to feel a lot more like cinematic in the fights compared to baseline Pokemon games, which I guess is a consequence of being turn-based, where you can't really do these big dynamic fights.
Yeah. So how about the story and also I guess the battle system? We haven't really talked about that too much. We've just kind of talked about specific things.
Yeah,
I think that this had a good story. In fact, so kind of like back to people being extremely wrong about this game and us being completely correct. I was spoiled on the rank skip. Like I saw people being angry about the fact that like at some point in the game you skip a bunch of levels in the Z-A Royale, and I did think like, okay, that's weird. Why would they do that? That's a strange thing to happen. But it turns out that is completely justified and makes a lot of sense in the story.
yes.
And
Also, it wouldn't have been fun from a gameplay point to have 26 stages of
that's what I'm talking. That's
grinding
what
trainers.
I'm saying. Like, are we actually thinking that would have been better if we had to go through the like 26 battle zones and 26 promotional matches? Like, are we actually thinking that would have been better than what we got in the actual game?
Yeah, no, I think if that was the game, people would have complained that it was slow and grindy.
Lazy,
It does feel a little.
lazy copy paste Game Freak decides to not lazy copy paste the game, and it's still a fucking problem. Like, they just can't win.
There's no winning. I mean, it does feel like they sort of wanted to, like they thought of the Z2A system. It's like a fun little selling point, but it's not actually practical. So it is a bit of a weird mishmash of trying to make the game fun and playable while still holding on to this Z2A climb idea. But I mean,
Which still
yeah,
exists
if
online, you just do that online. You climb
Yeah,
Z through
sure.
and that.
but yeah, it wouldn't have worked to have to do that 26 times, or I guess 25 times.
Yeah.
So yeah, if people are complaining about that, then I really would ask them to question what the game would have been if they didn't do that rank skip.
And worth noting is that after that rank skips, the story opens up significantly. Like, you're just kind of fucking around with no-name NPCs for that first part, but then after you get to that, that's when every single promotional match is against a major character. So really, the ZA Royale starts to become more like a bookending of story arcs that take place. It's like you fight a few rogue megas. There's probably like some faction or some other characters that you got to deal with, like the Rust Foundation or the Fist of Justice or whatever, the Auto Fister clan, as I'm sure Panic would appreciate me saying. and then you get the promotional match at the very end with whoever you were dealing with, and that's great. Like it ended up being really satisfying in that way.
Yeah, it is kind of just the alternative of like going to the next gym, but they sort of make it feel a bit more smooth by also having like a story element around every single character you encounter as a promotion match, which is nice.
Yeah. And basically all the characters that you actually fight in this are good and memorable. And they, matter in the story, which is great.
Yeah, they also have sort of an underlying structure where for every like promotion match, there's like a pre-gym leader and there's the gym leader. There's like the ground type grandpa and then the streamer girl, or the dragon type lady and then the fairy type aristocrat posh girl.
I didn't
which
think
is
about
nice.
that at all. Holy shit, that is so clever.
They are they're paired, and they have like every single like big promotion match has like a pre character, I guess.
Yeah, that went over my head. Thank you, Whoops. That is going to matter a lot because I want to do a long form analysis video about this game because I need to make people stop being wrong about it. So that's something I'm gonna bring up. Wow, well spotted. Thank you. I will credit you for that.
Yeah, and I think they're also like, I'm thinking through them. I think there are also like types that are effective towards each other, or like have some sort of interplay where dealing with both of them means you need to have some sort of team coverage.
Now, I'm pretty sure both
like,
of them are just like one is immune to the other because you get
right.
You get Fighting and Ghost for Auto Fister Clan. You get Steel and Poison for the Rust Foundation. You get Ground and Electric for Canary.
Yeah.
Dragon and Fairy for Jacinth. So yeah.
Well, damn, it's always the isn't it always the runner-up character or like the pre-gym character being immune to the promotion match character then as well? That's so weird.
I think so. No, because Gwen uses Ghost and
she's in and Ghost is immune to fighting.
Oh yeah,
like Ghost is immune. Oh no, it doesn't work for the Dragon and Fairy one. Because Dragon and Fairy one is the wrong way around, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. It's swapped for some of them. But yeah that's really cool. I didn't notice that at all while playing.
It's kind of a weirdly specific detail that they're like immune to each other. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. That's crazy. Like, I actually, like... I'm really impartial to Pokemon having monotype trainers and themings and all that, but you know what? That's maybe the best way they've ever done this.
It's also nice, like, I can imagine if they're going to, like, for the next mainline game, if it's still, like, 8 gym leaders, you can give all 16 types a place if they all have, like, a pre-gym leader of a different type.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, very cool.
I guess that this sort of go into Elite Four territory as well, but
there's an Elite Four in this game. Did you fight them?
Is there? Is that post game? I haven't done much post game.
The Furfrou League. There's a side quest where you have to fight Furfrou. There's an Elite Four, and they all just use Furfrou.
That's great.
Yeah. So there's a side quest where you talk to the stylist lady who gives you the Furfrou trims. You have 3 side quests with her, and after you get the third one, she tells you about the Furfrou Elite Four or whatever. So there's one trainer at every restaurant that just uses a Furfrou, and you just have to beat them. And then you fight the champion of the Furfrou League, who uses a team of 6 Furfrou, including a shiny. And you can only use a Furfrou yourself, so it is really fucking hard, actually.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
There's some really nice, fun side quests in this.
Yeah, I love the side quests in this. Like talking about how this is what I want from Pokemon moving forward. It's great how so many of the side quests are like, hey, you need to catch this specific Pokemon, or you need to do this specific thing with this Pokemon.
Yeah. It's not just like grinding through a trainer or grinding through a wild Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because, like, Legends Arceus also had like side quests built in, with most of them were just like catch 20 Pidgeys for me because I want to see 20 different Pidgeys or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
This had a more like little stories or fun little tasks to go on.
Or they go over more specific battle mechanics.
Yeah, I like that as well. Like there being some trainers that are just like, I'm gonna teach you about like suicide moves, and this is one trainer that only uses
the trainer
only
just
uses
uses self-destruct. That was hilarious.
It's fucking great.
I love that guy.
But yeah, even
I love that they're an artist. I have to imagine that trainer is a reference to Deidara from Naruto, because that's an artist character who just uses explosions.
I see.
And screams art as an explosion. He's one of my favorite characters of all time. So yeah, I love this trainer.
Yeah, so yeah, even the quests that are these trainer battles are usually like have some like mechanical detail about them that they try to teach you through battle, which is nice.
Yeah. Like there are so many different things you can do in Pokemon games, and like it's always been annoying how the normal games will just not go over all the different things you can do. So it's great that this game is finally like, okay, kids, you're gonna learn about entry hazards today for the first time in this franchise. Like, thank you for finally going over this thing that has existed for like 20 years.
Like, I'm the flinching guy. I'm gonna teach you what flinching does.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, most of them don't matter because you still one-shot them.
Yeah, you just
like a guy's gonna
roll them.
Guy's gonna go like, I'm gonna teach you what about burn, and he throws out a fucking Talonflame at you one-shot before he gets even one move off. So
yeah,
it's not always effective, but I mean the idea is nice.
Yeah, it's something at least. I'll take it. Oh. Yeah, so what I love about this is how practical it just feels, actually using specific Pokemon and having them, for different things, either for side quests or whatever, or just actually clearing overworld things. Like, legitimately my least favorite thing that has been going on in Pokemon for the last 10 years, because this started in Sun and Moon, and it's just continued ever since, is how these games will you just press a button and then a magic Pokemon appears and does whatever you need it to do. And it just feels like it takes away from that, like, personal agency you have where you're actually building a team and controlling it and doing, various things with it. So this game actually requiring you to not only get around by yourself, but then have obstacles that can only be cleared by particular moves, like the brambles can only be burned away, or the boulders can only be crushed by fighting moves or ground moves or whatever. It's like that is something I have been missing from this franchise, and like this is literally what HMs should have been all along. Like all along I've been saying HMs weren't necessarily a bad mechanic, because I like how it forced you to use particular Pokemon and it required you to kind of plan your journey in advance, but it was just really shittily implemented. Instead, I've always thought, why can't you just have Pokemon use particular moves and those just deal with the HMs or the obstacles like HMs, if that makes sense.
The shitty part was that you just had to be like carrying around a Pokemon that knows cut, just because you need to get through bushes. But here, you can usually just do it with the Pokemon you're already using anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's only like 4 or 5 types, and most of them are decently accessible to clear.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's again like a nice little switch up. Just feels thought out. A lot of things in this game feel thought out, where they maybe wouldn't have been if it was a mainline game and they could have just copied the things they usually do.
I really, really hope that this is a particular mechanic that they carry over into the future games, because I'm just so tired of of just having like something do everything for me, like Scarlet and Violet. Just here's your magical, mythical, legendary Pokemon that will climb mountains and fly you around and do everything for you. It's like Like, I care about this more than everybody else. I understand that, but it's just I always find it really weird how the game is always like, yeah, Pokemon and people have such great relationships. It's like Pokemon just do everything for people in this world. It's like, what the fuck do people have to do? Just get a Pokemon and have it do everything for you, and you never have to worry about anything ever. And then you just take them to a machine and they get magically healed. And I don't know. I know I'm just making overused jokes, but it bothers me. So I'm glad that this game has actually fixed that problem. That
Sure.
I have.
I hear you. I mean, it's not an issue I have, but I'm not gonna tell you you're wrong.
How
Or
dare
for
you tell
pointing
me
it
that
out.
I'm wrong? I'm the
I don't know.
authority
I
of
don't-
Legends Z-A and Pokemon as a whole. Because I named
don't know
myself
what I was-
after a Pokemon. From Pokemon.
I don't
as
know what I
well.
was thinking.
Yeah.
So the battle, I think that's the battle mechanics is kind of the last thing we haven't touched on. That's still pretty significant to get to.
Yeah.
Considering-
let's talk about the
considering-
main gameplay of Pokemon Legends
Yeah.
Z-A now. It's awesome. It's great.
It's fun, yeah.
It's
I
really
was
fun,
very
and you actually have to think about shit.
I mean, you can't argue that the normal Pokemon battle mechanic doesn't have you think about stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was sort of apprehensive because when I saw the trailer and they talk about like real-time battle mechanics, I really, I don't know, I'm not like much of a like hack and slash Xenoblade type gamer. I was worried it was going to be a bit too much of that, like having to dodge the enemy moves or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or like timing based attacks. But no, it feels like a pretty decent, comfortable way to play Pokemon. It's still kind of turn based because the cooldown relatively similar, or like the speed of which you can attack. But there's some surprising depth to it if you go into the ranked mode, especially, and you don't just one shot everything like you do in the story.
Yeah, I was also like apprehensive about this, but just because it just seemed like a lot, and not even necessarily like a lot for the player, but like I guess I just didn't have full confidence in Game Freak actually pulling off this kind of system. Like sorry for being a hater or whatever, but like I just really thought like they're making a Pokemon game where like they've got actual like distance and hitboxes and shit. Like what? What? So but no, it works. It's great and it makes a lot of sense. I mean there is depth through it. There are also easy ways to cheese it, or maybe some like weird quirks about it that you kind of have to work through, like particularly switching Pokemon and like when to attack and all that, and like their invincibility frames for some things. I don't know. They're like really specific circumstances that can kind of that like you just kind of have to like figure out for yourself. That could be for better or for worse.
Sure. Like I don't think it's gonna be like it's not gonna be like an esport, I guess, like normal Pokemon kind of is.
Probably not.
It's not that refined, but it's still like decently well structured and playable. I will say one thing that annoys me is that it's really hard to control where your Pokemon is moving. It just sort of follows you around,
yeah.
and especially if you use like slower Pokemon, like I've been using Camerupt for a lot of the playthrough, and that bitch moves. That bitch moves like a fucking rock. He's
like
so
a really,
slow.
really fat camel.
Yeah, so sometimes like doing the like mega raids or whatever they're called, the rogue mega evolution Pokemon, he will just be unable to dodge your moves because he moves so fucking slow.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which is an issue I didn't necessarily have with other Pokemon, but it also means there's some weird like new hidden stats like hitbox size or movement speed that add into which Pokemon are strong.
I will say
it's also nice that in terms of viability, it's not a direct translation of the normal system.
I will say that even though we were just praising the game for having side quests that actually go into detail about the game's mechanics. There are also things that I don't think they explained too well. Like, it actually took me a really long time to figure out what the status effects do. And I know that there are, like, blurbs on the loading screens, but I only get the loading screen for, like, half a second on Switch 2, so I couldn't read them in time. So, like, it took me a long time to figure out how drowsiness and paralysis actually worked in this game.
Right.
And then, fuck, what was the other thing that I was just thinking about? Dang it, I forgot. Oh, speed as a stat. Like, how does that translate in this game? That's something I think people are still kind of figuring out. Like, ultimately, it's a combination of, like, how fast they get off attacks plus reload speed. But
yeah, it's still, like cooldown.
But even still, it's like specifically, I don't think we've gotten it quite down yet how it works. And it's just like they could have gone a little. They could have been a little more clear about this.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, and maybe that's just down to like finding the right side quest trainer that will tell you what the drowsiness condition does. But even then, it's not immediately apparent when you get it affected on you in battle.
And another thing that fucked me up is the move double team, because I assumed that because a lot of other things are translated from the original games, I thought that double team would give you an evasion boost. And then I was very surprised when I realized that it just never allowed moves to miss ever. And I realized, oh, there's no such thing as evasion in this game. That took me a minute to figure out.
There's no accuracy in this game, which is also like just everything just hits based on whether the projectile hits, I guess.
Yeah.
Which makes some moves just impossible to miss.
Yeah, that's probably for the better though.
Yeah, sure. Also, it also does an interesting thing to the speed chart, because, like, being slow is kind of fine.
Yeah, that, like, it actually seems like being fast is not necessarily disadvantageous, but more specifically, like, Pokemon that were based on being really fast were, like, they're just not very good in this game.
Yeah, so it's nice that because it's sort of, despite using the same stats, it's just shifting around what makes a Pokemon viable. Like, obviously, things like type are always going to be roughly similarly relevant, but also there's more reason to use multiple attacking moves of the same type. If you just want to shit out as much damage as possible, you could just use like 3 grass type moves on your Meganium.
Yeah, you have a reason to use weaker moves in this game now. So your shitty tackle attack that you forget about at level 12, that's actually, you could get that back. It might have a use again. That's awesome.
I don't know about tackle, but
yeah. That's a bad example, but you know.
Yeah, like even to the moves, there's like new stats added, like projectile speed and stuff that I guess people who could get really into this game competitively could dive into and probably make a whole new tier list about. So I'm kind of interested to see how that develops, if it does at all. Like 6 months from now, the people that are still into this game, just seeing what's up with that.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure people will still be into it 6 months from now, because that's when we're going to get Mega Dimension.
Yeah. I just hope there. I mean, I'm not going to be the person, but I hope there's going to be like a small, or at least small, competitive group of people for this that are going to figure out how this works, like what makes a Pokemon good and how you value things differently compared to the normal game format.
Yeah,
I think that'd be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Did you ever use the plus moves, like the moves that use Mega Charge without Mega Evolving?
Sometimes, yeah, but that's also another thing that took a minute to figure out.
I never ended up using it, I guess, just because my entire team of Pokemon was able to Mega Evolve, so it just felt like a weird waste. But it is a nice way to make non-Mega Evolving Pokemon still sort of catch up damage-wise. And make them feel viable. So yeah, I like the new mechanic. I'm very interested to see the new abilities for the Mega Pokemon.
Yeah.
I kind of wish there was something like that for this game, but I guess there's so many abilities that wouldn't be compatible with this format for battle that re-implementing abilities for this game would be a huge task.
I did really like. I was really surprised that they adjusted Mega Metacham and Mawile so that they actually would get the attack boost that they normally get from their abilities. Like I was real,
Right.
I was already thinking, I'm like, oh, like since there are no abilities, these megas are going to be completely useless. And then I used Mega Mawile for one of the rogue megas. Just for shits and giggles, basically. And then it was dealing hella damage. I'm like, this is not base 100 attack or whatever. What did they do to this thing? And yeah, they just gave it an attack boost to compensate for that.
Yeah,
That was nice
I guess
of them.
that's easy to implement.
I think they should have done that for some others because, like we said, like being fast in this game is actually not that much of an advantage. And
Yeah.
like some of the ones that are based on being really fast are not all that good. The one I really got burned by was Mega Beedrill. Because I tried so hard to make Mega Beedrill work because I got a shiny Kakuna and I'm like, oh, look at this. I'm gonna have a shiny Mega Beedrill. I love Mega Beedrill. It's so great. And God, that thing is so fucking ass. I'll mega it, and then it gets one hit off where it deals like 50% damage to somebody, and then it dies instantly because it can't take a single hit. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
this thing is horrible. I can't. I'm so sorry.
I found one shiny just kind of in the wild, and it was a fucking Spinnerack. I'm not going to use Area Dose. It was so annoying. Like, there's so many good Pokemon in this lineup. Like, the selection is great. Even the ones that didn't get Megas are like really good. So I was mad that the one I got was Spinnerack, because I would probably use like 80% of this roster if I got a good shiny. At least it wasn't Pyroar.
Shiny Pyroar. Yeah, I got kind of fortunate with shinies. I got a shiny Baneri, and then I forgot who it was. Someone on the refugee server got the exact same shiny Baneri. Literally the same level, same gender, and same location. The same exact one that I got. So that was funny. And then and I got a shiny Esper. And it was a female, so I got shiny female Meowstic, and now my Battle Royale profile picture is just me and what's her fucking name? What did I name her? I forgot what I named my fucking shiny Meowstic, and this is what happens when I think two things at once. But yeah, we're just Angel Eyes. That's what her name was. We're just mean mugging the camera.
I don't think I even named I forgot to name my Pokemon because they don't ask when you catch them. I just forgot.
Yeah. You always gotta name your Pokemon. I always make sure to
Yeah,
do that.
I should have. I normally do, but I guess I just didn't think of it. Just didn't register. But yeah, great game.
Great game. It's a wonderful game. I'm very happy with it. I'm really looking forward to the DLC. In I think February is when it's gonna drop. And you know, like, people shat on the fact that they announced the DLC like before the game came out, which, you know, I can kind of understand why people would be mad about that.
I mean, sure.
I accidentally just, oops, sorry if that showed up in the video. But the DLC for Pokemon games have always been really good. Like for Scarlet and Violet and Sword and Shield, even though I didn't play Sword and Shield, I heard that the DLC for Sword and Shield was like what the game should have been.
Yeah, the DLC had a really good like roguelike mode built in, I think, for Sword and Shield. Or am I mixing up?
Wow.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know if roguelike's really the word for it, but like a I don't remember much about it, I'll be honest. It's been like 5 years, but I remember playing a lot of it because it was a really nice additional game mode.
That's interesting.
Sword and Shields might be worth to revisit if you do ever.
I really should. It has been on my to-do list. I'll probably do that next year, before Gen 10, comes out. Even though
Like
I think I said that for last gen anyway.
Like Sword and Shield is actually a really good Pokemon game. Like as a game itself, very nice.
Okay. Yeah. And then even though I'm not very high of, I don't love Scarlet and Violet a lot, I think the DLC, especially the second part of the DLC where it was all double battles, that was a strong improvement. So yeah, so I'm really confident that the DLC for ZA is going to be even better, and I'm sure when that happens, we'll probably reconvene to talk about that, and we'll probably have more megas to rate.
I fucking hope we get Mega Auroras.
Mega Auroras, yeah.
But I'm worried that they're not going to add megas to Pokemon that are already in the main game. It's going to be like the DLC decks, and those get megas. So I'm
Nah, I think they will, because, I mean, we're getting Kalos starter megas, so, you know. Oh, can we talk about the fact that there are side quests for all the Kalos starters? That was adorable.
You cut out there for me a bit. Can you repeat?
But there are side quests for getting the Kalos starters.
Right, yeah.
That was so
nice.
great. And I like that there were early games, so I could have breaks in for basically the entire game.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that was nice. I also just like that they... I mean, obviously they still shoehorn in the Gen 1 starters, but that's kind of just because they want to have all the megas in the game. But that they gave those some love as well. Obviously, it's an X and Y game, or like an X and Y adjacent game. But yeah, I think more games should give more love to the other Gen starters instead of just fucking Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle every single time.
I think we predicted Galar starters getting megas in the DLC, so we'll see if that happens. Actually, you know, I brought up the leaks from this year and last year briefly. Should I just say that Legends 3 was part of the leaks? Not that there's a whole lot of information about it, but like we know or at least assume what region it's going to be. Should I say it?
I have not heard that, but I fucking hope it's Alola, but it's not gonna be.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Galar.
Okay, I don't mind that. I like Galar.
And I will say it's actually something that should be taken with a grain of salt, because part of the leaks also showed that they were originally going to be doing Legends Johto, and for whatever reason they changed it to ZA. But they were going to like do a Johto style legend, or Johto style, a Legends game set in Johto, and it would be like Legends Arceus where it's in the past and all that. And I guess I don't know what's happening to that. But yeah, there was basically it seems like the next Legends game is going to be in Galar. And even though I said to take it with a grain of salt, the seeds of that have been sown in ZA. Because like if you go into the museum, there's like a blurb about how there was like a conflict between Kalos and Galar. So like they're setting up some kind of connection here, leaving a breadcrumb trail for us.
I don't think I noticed that. I hope they do something with Alola again. I think I'm just partial to Gen 7 because I think the Gen 7 Dex is so good. But yeah, I want to see more of that region.
We need more Ultra Beasts. We need more weird guys.
I like the weird guys.
So yeah, I think that is all we had to say for Legends ZA for Zaza. Really, really happy with this game.
Yeah, fuck the haters.
Fuck the haters. Fuck you guys. If you don't like Legends ZA, you're wrong, and you should feel bad about that. Why do you hate good games? Why do you hate Peak? Leave a comment below if you hate Peak gaming because you can't read text boxes.
Yeah,
and it bothers you.
DM us all your worst Legend CA takes on Twitter.
Send them to me, and then I will be. My plan is to make a video, a long form analysis about this game. Then I hope to do it before the DLC comes out, and then I'll do another one for the DLC. So, yeah, send me all of your shitty takes, and I will make sure to address all of them at some point. I will definitely do this. I've definitely never said that I will make a video and then just not make a video.
I mean, just keep playing the game. I mean, the love's there for the game, right?
Absolutely. I am still playing the game. I'm still I need to 100% the game first. I have 73 hours. I'm level 43 in research. I've done pretty much every side quest. But yeah.
You're gonna have to direct
that
energy to something once you finish. So
yeah, what am I gonna do when I have nothing else to do in this game? It was actually a little bit disappointing how easy it is to climb the ladder online. Like, I literally did it in like 3 hours. I got to rank A in like 3 hours, and I'm like, cool. Now I have no reason to play this until they reset the ladder. So
yeah,
thanks,
I was looking at
guys.
like trying to get the Mega Stone. You have to reach like rank K or something.
Yeah,
and it's literally like 35 minutes and you're there.
Yeah, and then they
like,
even said that
like
it's going to be even easier, like moving forward or something. It's just like, okay,
yeah,
who is having trouble with this?
It's like people who don't know the type matchup chart or something.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy, but yeah, I might play more of that ranked beyond just the mandatory. Well, it's not mandatory, but it's basically mandatory if you want to have the Mega Stones.
Yeah, if you want Greninjite. If you want everyone's favorite Pokemon, Greninja, and his cool new Mega form.
Yeah, I finished the game about a week ago, and I haven't done much post game, but I'm definitely diving back in.
Yeah,
at some point.
I am actually literally playing it right now. I'm just kind of parkouring over roofs. We didn't even talk about the parkour in this game, but yeah, that exists.
It's not a huge part.
It's yeah, it exists. I'll just say that.
Because it's France.
Yeah.
France loves parkour for some reason.
Yep. So, yeah, we'll be back soon with some other stuff. Kind of like I'm saying with stuff that I need to be doing. I have several podcasts that I still need to edit, so I should work on those as well. So, I'm going to go do that. You guys
do that.
Have a good day. Whoops, thank you for taking time out of your day to yap with me about this game that I like a lot.
Always down for Pokemon.
Of course. And to everybody else, we don't have an outro. This is the outro.
Nope.
Bye.
Bye.